somebody like you who is straight out of money because of FANSTOYS. And the cockpit opens. So how many little guys are you going to get to put in there?
unless I bring in an army of ants or something like that. I don't know. It was definitely a surprise. I knew there was going to be a bump up for the combiner parts. And welcome back, BBC fans. As always, I am Bobby the Bot.
And I'm James the Con.
And today we're coming to you with a special news break, I guess you want to call it. I'm already prepared with my shirt, straight out of money, cause FANSTOYS. So what we're going to talk about today is the FANSTOYS aerial bots. And so, James, I don't believe you have any of these, correct?
You would be 100% correct. My SUPERION is an oversized Combiner Wars knockoff, and it's going to stay that way. But these things look really cool. So I'll be happy to discuss it with somebody like you who is straight out of money because of FANSTOYS.
Yeah. And so it's really cool. I mean, this is news that we've all been waiting for years, to get these figures. And so looks like we're gonna have to wait another year, but let's jump into it.
Yeah, so why don't we talk about all of them together first? And this is what they look like. Now, how do you think this set shaped up?
I think it looks great. It actually made me do something that I haven't done in a while, and that is pull him out and pull him out. And we're just gonna have a quick flyby. So this was really exciting. So clearly this was exciting, and this is on purpose. I actually did pull these out for this video. I think they look great together. I think these three that they originally released were great. So I'm really excited about the final two pieces.
Yeah, they do look good. So why don't we just get into the individual pieces, and we're gonna start off with FT30D. Which is kind of funny, and that's Viper. So here we have him, and I believe this is Firefly, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
And yeah, I think they did a really good job with the details on this thing. It looks, especially in like the chest area, it really looks like the toy, which surprised me. I was expecting a more bland deco to go with the tomb.
Yeah, I mean, this was probably, out of all the aerial bots, this was probably my least favorite one.
Oh.
But this one looks really good though. And this is from the character themselves. This was probably my least favorite, but I really like it.
Yeah, and I think this alt mode looks really nice. I will give it to them there.
Yeah, and this was my least favorite alt mode out of all of them as well. So I'm happy to have them so I can complete the set. But this was my least favorite one out of all of them. So I'm actually glad they waited for this one.
Yeah. Yeah, so it looks good. I think that's the gun underneath it that he carries. Yep. And if they did do that weapon storage, that's very cool and unique. Not a lot of people actually do that nowadays.
And just for
not a lot of companies do it.
Here's his gun underneath his wing too. I know it's black, but yeah, low storage. So
I appreciate those.
I do too.
Little things, yeah. So, and the cockpit opens. So how many little guys are you gonna get to put in there?
unless I bring in an army of ants or something like that. I don't know. No, it's the little things like that makes it, always makes FANSTOYS and other brands that do these little extra things. I really appreciate.
Yeah, it is. I really like it too. Do I like it enough to get it? No, but it's nice. So why don't we go on to FT30E Jester? And this is, I believe, Slingshot, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
So he has obviously decided to shave the center part of his head. And he's very interesting looking. And what do you think about this guy?
I think it's funny. I keep looking up here because I have the G1 aerial bots up here, still in the box. Oops. And so I think they're spot on with it. I mean, he was bald in the cartoon with some, look like some Ray-Bans on or something like that. So I think they hit it, really well with the character head. I'm again pretty excited about this one. When I was a kid, I actually got him first. When they were sold individually, I didn't get a box set, so he was the first one I got because he was the first one I saw. So very happy to be getting him, even though he's not my favorite aerial bot. He is the one that I did receive first.
Yeah, I think he looks good too. Not as good as Firefly, just because he doesn't have those tampos on like the chest. But what is going on with all that kibble?
That's just the aerial bot thing. I mean, it sucks, but from the cartoon and everything, they've always had the kibble on the back. So it's actually, as we see here, it's pretty standard. So unfortunately, it would have been nice if it tucked away, but then if it did, I think it takes away from the character, and I think actually we would have probably been upset as collectors because of that.
I'm talking mostly about just the wings hanging off of his hips.
Oh, that now
the back kibble with the nose cone, totally get that. It's just I don't know. I think again, it might be too inaccurate. If they flipped up and collapsed a little bit, I think it would look a lot better.
Are you talking about the red hip skirt or?
No, the ones they're like hanging off his butt.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, and I haven't pulled out my original, so I can't remember how low it hung out on Catapult. I keep calling him Catapult on Slingshot. But I still think it's accurate from what I remember.
It could be accurate.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean I don't like it or that I like it. So I think. And maybe they have a way you could tuck it away too, that's not show accurate. And also, I just noticed this. Never mind. It's my screen. I was going to say his thighs look hollow, but that's just the lighting. So I take that back. So let's get into the alt mode. What do you think of this alt mode?
I think it looks good. I like it a lot.
It does.
Yeah.
The air vents could be painted there.
That would have been.
I'm nitpicking at this point, so don't come after me, but that's my job. The air vents could have been painted a gunmetal or something like that.
That would have been good. That would have been really good.
Not necessary, but I think it would have given a little bit of depth.
I mean, since we've been waiting 3 years, they could have painted that.
They could have painted it, in those 3 years, one hand painted one by one, right?
Exactly.
So let's move on to the prices. What do you think of this?
So actually, before we do that, let's mention something else. So we have these two coming out, but they also re-released the original 3.
That's correct. Yes.
Yes. So one thing that happened, and I was late to the party getting these, so I paid a little bit of the late tax. In getting these, but I do know a lot of people were really upset that it was taking so long for FANSTOYS to make these last 2 and started selling off their original 3. That's how I actually got my Silverbolt, and it was really kind of a sad thing because some of those people are now trying to buy back those original 3, and even though they're re-releasing them, Air Raid and Skydive are at $219, I believe, or $220. Pretty much most places I've seen. Fireflight is $220. Silverbolt is about $255, somewhere around there. But where James has actually stopped the slide on is Slingshot. He's actually coming with the combiner parts, and $400 is what we're looking at here for this. So
yeah,
altogether we're with the prices I just gave, we're looking at about $1,300, a little over $1,300 for this set if you are coming in new for it. So a little bit pricey. So what do you think about the pricing, James, as if I didn't know already?
First, I'm going to say that I understand it. So, but I don't like it. For a few reasons. One, I really don't like it when they do this parts forming, pants forming, whatever you want to call it. I understand it. It's to make a more stable looking bot, but to me, it's just not as fun. The whole part of combiners is they combine into that. But I get it. 2, I would feel gypped that it didn't come with Silverbolt. I don't know why, but the parts coming with a limb is weird. It's probably due to, these were delayed for so long or whatever. It probably wasn't supposed to be like that. But that is just strange to me. But I would not be spending that much money on aerial bots. I paid about $150, so at 10% of that cost. And I am not even that. I think mine was like $110. Very, very happy with that. Shout out to SUPERION. They are no longer in business, and it's a shame to us KO collectors everywhere. But yeah, I couldn't imagine spending that much on a combiner. I mean, I guess no, even my Predaking wasn't that much. And maybe FANSTOYS will come out with the Predaking that I need.
Whew.
Not gonna put it past them because Predaking's my favorite combiner, traditional combiner. So yeah, but other than that, I would not pick this up. But I'm very happy for you who decide to once again go straight out of money because of the FANSTOYS. So, what do you think about it?
I think it was definitely a surprise. I knew there was going to be a bump up for the combiner parts, and that's because they let us know, in essence. So FANSTOYS was pretty upfront with letting us know that there was going to be an upchuck in price for the last piece. I agree. You're used to seeing the majority of the connector parts come with the main bot, the bot that has the head and the chest and things like that, or the center bot. But I agree it was because of the way they released these. The part that I'm wondering is if FANSTOYS is going to get any slack. I don't think they'll get as much, but any slack, because it's similar to what X-Transbots did. Now, the major difference with X-Transbots Ministor is that they released the trailer separately at over $200, and then there was an accessory pack that was about $75, and it came out of nowhere. So you didn't know this as a collector. So once you started collecting them, you just kind of expected it, and then boom, at the last minute, they hit you with another, almost $300 to get this person, get these bots to connect. At least with FANSTOYS, even though we've waited a couple of years, they let us know that, hey, this last figure is going to cost more because of that. Now, with that being said, I don't like the fact that if I didn't care about combining them and I just wanted to have the jets, I don't have that option. Whereas with X-Transbots, you had the option where you could have just kept Motormaster without the trailer and saved $200. You could have bought the trailer and not bought the accessory pack, which would have saved you $75. Here you don't have the option. And so that is, it's a steep price to say that I'm trying to complete this set, especially when you're going from $220 to $400. I mean, that's $180 in combiner part, which again, compared to the trailer and the accessory pack, not as much, but at least you're getting the trailer for $200. That turns into the god awful base.
Yes, and let's look at a picture of the combined mode right here. So this is the best picture I could find. There might be more out there. That is a big combiner piece. Like, it is. I don't even see Silverbolt in there. He plugs into the back.
Probably so. That's how they're doing it now.
I find that so disappointing as somebody who likes to play with their toys, versus you who likes to transform it once, put it on a shelf, and then bring it out when we do a video about it. So yeah, I don't like that. But again, I get it. It's just not for me.
Yeah. And I'm so excited about this. Again, I think after going through collecting Kang toys, the Predaking, the original version, and then turning around and collecting the gold version, and prior to that collecting the train bots from Moon Studio, it was back to back to back to back to back. So this at least gave me a little bit of a break from them, but I still would have rather have finished the set 2 years ago, or however long ago. But let us know if you're in for this. I know from our last video, it seemed that this was a big discussion. Some people have put their pre-orders in. Let us know if you're getting it. Let us know if you're not getting it. Let us know if you're one of those people who sold off their 3 pieces and are planning on getting them, or if you're just out on the FANSTOYS. Again, the bot here is straight out of money. So, James, can I borrow $20?
Yeah, well, maybe we'll see. Maybe in Orlando, I'll get you. When we go to Disney World, I'll get you a churro for $20. How's that?
That works.
Okay. Well, as always, like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe. We're still trying to reach 500 by TFCon, so we would appreciate it. Hit that little bell to see all these little straggler videos that we put out between the news, and we'll see you guys very soon.
And as always, till all debates are won, happy collecting all.